welcome to 11 Scenes, or should I say welcome back. I'm Z.
I'm Andreas.
And tonight we actually got the chance to catch the opening of Just Mercy. It was quite a film. The premise of Just Mercy is about Bryan Stevenson. He is a lawyer, Harvard bred, that goes down to Alabama to work on death row cases. He founds EJI, the Equal Justice Institution. Is that institution? He founds EJI, and they basically got a grant to go work with people who can't afford lawyers, people who are just in unfortunate circumstances. The story circles around two prisoners, one mainly, but they tell the story of a couple, and I appreciate that. What do you think about it, babe?
It's a good movie. I mean, I guess with, let me see, how can I say this?
Do we need to start it over?
No, just let me have my thoughts, woman. Jesus. So, I mean, like I was telling her before, I enjoy stories like this because these are the type of stories that the American people need to hear and see. Because, you know, being pro-black, there's a lot of stories out there of our heritage that we know nothing about, that people need to hear about, whether good or bad. This story, Birth of a Nation, things like that. So just to be able to see it on screen and actually, you know, things that we know about growing up black in the South that a lot of people don't, when you see it on screen, it really gives us, you know, some representation.
Things like what? Like
being the justice system working against you, and everything says that you're innocent, but everybody else says that you're guilty. Just, you know, being black in the South, getting stopped for no reason. Things like just little small things that you see in movies like that, that you understand growing up black in the South. So I enjoy those type of movies because, like I said, those are the things that need to be shown on the big screen. So, yeah.
Growing up black in the South, that's an interesting way to say it. Definitely showed blind injustice, people ruled by fear and bias, and how corrupt their justice system is. I'm from Georgia. I went to school in Alabama, and it's just specific places you try to avoid as being a black person, driving day to day, living day to day. And the movie opens up with Bryan as a law student who decides to go to Alabama on an internship, or Georgia on an internship, and then he graduates and decides to move to Alabama to help. And his mother is just sour about it. You are throwing away your life. You are basically signing your death certificate, and I don't want to bury you. Why are you going to this racist place where you are more likely to be killed than to be successful in whatever you plan on doing? And she was mad for that. I don't even know if they didn't really go back into her relationship with him, but as a mother, you try to protect your children, and you start to love on your family a little bit harder when they make decisions you don't agree with. In the movie, they mentioned that he got close to his clients and they became his family. One of the clients that he lost, he was their only person that they could think of when they passed to give their flag to. And just for somebody to take the time to be there for someone on death row, that probably makes a whole lot of difference to giving them hope when they know or they don't want to believe in hope. I took you to the EJI Museum, the Legacy Museum, and the Lynching Monument in Alabama. And you recognize...
We went. Go ahead.
What do you want to say?
We went. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying. I recognize what?
You recognize some of the people in there and their stories. You want to talk to about that?
Well, one of the characters that was in the jail cell with what do you call him? Johnny D, with Willie McCullum, I believe his name was. One of his cellmates was named Ray Hinton, and we went to the museum in Montgomery. I remember seeing a clip in the museum of Ray Hinton getting out of prison, you know, on a for getting all his charges dismissed to get out of prison. I remember seeing that clip, and they showed it in the movie as well. Excuse me, showed it in the movie as well. So yeah, you know, just, you know, having history yourself, understanding that the justice system is not just for some people, especially people of color in the South, you know, due to prior years. But like I said, just being able to show those type of stories and put it on the big screen, I enjoyed it.
How many stars would you give it?
1 out of 5. I'd say 4.3.
Why would you do that?
The only reason is, like I said, I'm not gonna say it's slow, but when you're dealing with movies in court and legal proceedings, if you have to pay attention more to the dialogue and the monologues and stuff that people have in court and all that good stuff, which as an older person now, yeah, I could sit through that. Maybe a younger person wouldn't, you know, have the attention span for it, but once you understand that, then the movie is a lot more easier to grasp. So yeah.
I don't think the movie was drawn out at all. It's 2 hours 17 minutes. But I can't think of any scenes that could have been cut besides him exercising. But that's how he had to get rid of his frustration during all these losses and rejection he was accepting and harassment and stuff. So I don't think it was drawn out. I think it was well paced. Everything that they showed was a good point, a vital point. I just wish they probably would have showed a little bit more within the courtroom and how more of the evidence. How the heck did you just say, I don't think he telling the truth this time, but I'm gonna ignore everything else they told me and rule against y'all. He can stay in jail and rot until all I care. Like, what kind of judge really looks at the things that was brought to them and say, meh, not overturning anything, opening up a new case or anything. Like, I'm so glad that people can be unbiased even in Alabama. I thoroughly enjoyed the film. I would definitely suggest everyone go look at it. They did well. And definitely support EJI if you can make it to Montgomery, to the museum. If you can go up to DC to go to the African American Museum or your local African American museum in your city. These stories definitely need to be told. They are being told, but you have to go to the right place to hear them. And bring a friend, tell a friend, go let people know, volunteer your time, donate some money to help these people have their stories heard. This is probably the second movie in the last 6 months that are about somebody being Brian Banks. Remind me of that, being released and wrongfully convicted. So it was just good to actually see it in film and continue to make the films. So
how many stars?
5 stars, baby. 1 star. Great job, Brian. Shout out to Brie Larson. Can't even recognize Captain America. I didn't see a set of dimples on Michael B. Jordan this whole movie. I don't think he smiled. Jamie Foxx played that part very well. He actually does look like the guy.
Now, can I say something?
What?
Now, see, Jamie Foxx is a comedian, but he has a history of
Jamie
doing
Foxx
other
hasn't
dramatic
done
roles.
funny. He's not funny in movies.
Jamie
Foxx isn't funny in movies.
He's never been funny in movies?
Not in
Booty
the last
Call,
3 decades.
But that's what I'm saying. He's still a comedian, though.
Is he a
comedian?
Yes,
because he's talking about going back on tour to do stand-up.
When was the last time he did a stand-up tour?
Doesn't matter.
He's played Ray Charles.
He made his claim to fame as a comedian. Adam Sandler made his claim to fame as a comedian.
Adam Sandler has Happy Gilmore Productions. We're not talking about Adam Sandler. Don't bring him into this movie. This is a whole new review.
But see, that's when. But I was making my point of
you missed
getting
the point.
The comedic stigma.
This
off
is not
of
about
actors.
that. We ain't talking about nobody
But
white over here.
I just went back to what I was saying. But anyways, go ahead.
It's over. You just get to cut this whole minute out.
For what?
Because it ain't
that's
relevant.
Important information.
It's not relevant to this.
That's a great opinion on movie reviews and acting.
Well, you
actors.
can remove your opinion and put it somewhere else.
See how she's so rude to me?
Don't nobody see this because you ain't gonna edit it, and when I do, it's
She's
gonna
so
be cut.
rude to me, and I'm just trying to get my opinion on something that's relating to movies and production.
Well, once you edit it, you can put your opinion.
She don't care to have my opinion in it, so it's cool.
Bye, y'all. Have a great evening, and thanks for watching 11 Scenes.